Hello, and welcome to DrPhil. Today on the show we have some very special guests. First guest on the show is author William Golding of The Lord of the Flies. Please help me welcome him.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. Thank you for having me on the show this evening.
You're welcome. Now, how does it feel to be reincarnated for this very special episode?
Oh, funny you ask. It's kind of a strange feeling. What they do is they inject an ice serum into your veins, and it cycles through you, and it reincarnates you. It kind of gives you a rejuvenation feeling. It's wonderful.
It is very. We have some very smart people working on this show.
I could see that. It showed. This is a very well cleaned set. Thank you.
Now, what was your inspiration for writing the book?
Well, you see, I was a school teacher for a little bit in Eastern London, and I saw just a lot of meanness in the people there, and the children, especially the children. And I was also in the war for a little bit, and it was terrifying and horrifying seeing the kind of things people are willing to do given just a little bit of exposure and removal from that society that they're normally encountered in. So that's why I wrote my book, about just to mirror the image of people and the true evil inside of them.
So how did you go about writing the book?
Well, being an English teacher in London, I knew what I was writing about, and I knew how to go about writing a story, so that wasn't the difficult part. The truly challenging aspect was discovering what's inside of human beings and mirroring that on the paper. That was the challenging part. So I strictly took what I saw and I put it down into a fictional setting.
Now, do you think your view of human nature applies to everybody?
Absolutely.
Good answer. Now, you may or may not know this, but we actually have Piggy backstage listening to some music as we speak.
Like a G6, like a G6. Now.
Really? Everybody, please welcome Piggy. Welcome to my show, Piggy. How is it that you are able to keep track of time? Or were you even able to keep track of it?
Well, I don't know, it was really difficult just to keep track of what was going on, so we could only know with the day and the night, and that was the only differential we had. Once we got past the initial couple days, but everybody knew the initial couple of days, it just went crazy from there.
In your opinion, who was in charge on the island?
In my opinion, I think I was in charge of the island. I mean, at the beginning, it was just Ralph, but I mean, at the end, it was just every man for himself. So for my part of the island, I was in control. That's what I have to say, Doctor.
Now, what do you think caused the swing of power on the island?
Well, seeing as I was written and I'm not really real, I think I entirely agree fully with what Mr. Golding said, that we have true inner evil inside of us just screaming to get out. So that's what I feel happened. We couldn't control our inner urges that society tried to suppress. And we just went nuts after a bit. It's just natural.
Tell us about your animosity with Jack.
You know, I friggin' hate him. My whole family hates him. My aunt hates him. I brought this to show you just how much I friggin' hate him. Jack will burn in hell. Jack will burn in hell.
That's fun enough. We actually have Jack in the back of the studio listening to some music right now.
Perfect.
If the guests could refrain from using potentially harmful objects against the other guests, that would be much appreciated. Oh, by the way, welcome to the show. How do you feel about seeing Piggy again?
I thought I killed that mother.
Have you changed since you returned to civilization?
Well, they put me in a mental hospital, so I had a lot of time to think over what I did, and killing Piggy was probably wrong.
Now, how do you feel about Ralph?
Well, I don't think his leadership ideas were right, but I also don't think it was right for me to try to kill him. Probably.
We actually have Ralph backstage listening to that music right now.
Like a G6, like a G6. Now.
What? I pwned that mother.
Now, why do you think the boys were uninterested in maintaining your precious fire?
Well, I mean, like, they were so young and naive. They didn't even know the importance of rescue at the time.
Mazel tov. How do you plan on reintegrating into society?
Well, I mean, I have to get back into, like, being polite and, well, I mean, I have to reintegrate
Yes?
back into the mannerisms
Continue.
of socialized society.
Do you think the boys, especially the little ones, have come to realize what the beast truly is?
Well, I mean, like, I don't think society even grasps the idea of the beast. Like,
I'd like to bring back on all our guests.
Do you think it was murder when you killed Simon?
yes.
Do you have any last words?
Get crazy, get wild, let's party.
Well, thank you for being on the show. And we may be able to see you if we bring you back to life again. Alright, thank you. This has been Dr. Phil.
Come here.